What's going on, Wrestling Fanatic here? My name's Callum.
I'm the Moore.
And welcome to the Royal Fumble podcast, episode 5. It's been a while since our last episode. We've done 4 Royal Fumbles that are like hour-long videos. And then we've tried to film multiple since, but they just do not upload. YouTube, I don't know why it's not letting me upload any longer form videos. So we're going to make a little shift in our content a bit. It's now going to be more shorter form videos, but you'll probably see more of them. Like we're filming maybe 2 or 3 today. This episode, we're also not going to be reviewing much stuff anymore.
Yeah,
it's more like looking into the future, just random stuff we want to talk about rather than like reviewing the last week of wrestling like we used to. For this one, we're going to talk about our favorite moments of 2024. 2024 was a crazy year for wrestling.
Bro, the money was crazy.
So,
the viral moments. Triple H, man.
He cooks, Triple H cooks.
But there's one thing I want to leave in 2024. I'm very guilty of this. The phrase, let Triple H cook.
Nah, they didn't cook.
I know you can cook, but sometimes I think from the point A to the point B, that middle part is not so nice.
Yeah, like...
I know you get to there in the end with the end result, but...
Like, for example... I know it wasn't a moment in 2024 because I happened at the very start of this year. Tiffy's cash-in was unbelievable. It was, like, we've said it before, we get spoilers. We both got spoiled that she cashed in. But even, like, watching it back, I thought she would cash in the first time. And then she hits Naomi, pushes the ref, hits Naomi, helps Nia, and then hits It was perfection.
She nailed it.
I wish I didn't get it spoiled because it would have been my favourite moment of the year, this year, and it would stay my favourite moment of the year. I loved it. I thought it was close to perfect.
It was
the actual cash-in.
The cash-in itself was right up there with some of the best ever.
It's easily the best women's cash-in.
Low bar, but they nailed it.
Yeah. Before that, what do you think it was, EOS?
Yeah, I'll probably go EOS because, like, again, Bianca at that stage was getting to the Super Cena stage during SummerSlam.
Like, when she sold that... Like, that scream from Bianca in 2023.
Oh, that was brilliant.
At SummerSlam. That scream when she went flying over, hits the stairs, and you just hear a scream. They throw up the X.
Yeah. It scares everyone.
But even when she did come back and win that match, I kind of knew Io was just going to come out and win. But Tiffy's, like...
That's just
it
smart.
Felt out of nowhere, like, doing it on a random episode of SmackDown.
Well, you know what? Everyone's expecting they'll throw a cash in, and then...
Everyone kind of expects Triple H to wait till the PLE to do that kind of stuff. But it was just so perfect, I think.
They nailed it. She took out everyone, says no more distracted, and just went, bam! What? Piss off Naomi. Bam! Piss off Candice. You can get fed to Bianca, wasn't it?
Yeah, like, no.
No. She got Candice, wasn't it? And then she fed...
So she comes out.
Oh, I remember.
She pretends to cash in when they're both on the floor.
Flips the ref over.
Pushes the ref. Clobbers Naomi in the head. Nia comes, does her finishing move. What's it called?
Annihilator?
The sitting down one. Yeah, the Annihilator. Hits her with that. Helps when Tiffy's like celebrating with her. And then like the Seth Rollins chair shot with the Money in the Bank briefcase, knocks down Nia, takes care of Candice, leaves the ring. Bianca comes in and hits Nia
with the KOD.
And then so that takes care of Nia. Tiffy then takes care of Bianca. Candice has been taken care of. Naomi's been taken care of. It like when I was watching it, I knew Tiffy was gonna win, but I'm like, how the hell is she gonna get past 4 people that are gonna try and stop her?
Too smart.
But she's like. That the booking beforehand made her look dumb, kind of. Like, at the same time, it didn't. Like, I think with the backstage segments, when she would, like, give those looks like, you're treating me like crap, when Nia and Candice walk away, I knew she was cooking up something. Like, she was always, like...
She was playing him.
She wasn't being super dumb. Like, it kind of felt like she was. I don't think she actually was. But yeah, just the cash-in in general... One of my favorite cash-ins ever.
Right.
The best, I think it's better than Damian, and it's probably the best one I've seen live, like while I've been straight up watching as a wrestling fan. I don't think it's the best ever, which we're probably going to do a series on TikTok where we'll be doing Mount Rushmores of stuff, and that's probably going to be our first one, Mount Rushmore of Money in the Bank cash-ins, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, going back to 2024, we're just gonna blab on for the next 15-20 minutes of just our favorite moments. It's gonna be complete dribble. We have not planned any of it, but we're just gonna go through what stood out to us this year. We'll start with probably the most important part. What was your match of the year?
I got Punk and Drew. Bro, that reinvigorated the Hell in a Cell so much. It made Edge and Finn look like crap compared to... I reckon there's a debate now.
Yeah, Edge and Finn was not that good.
There's a debate right now that was the Hell in a Cell match now. That's how you book them on Hell in a Cell. I think bordering on outdoing Taker HBK.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a conversation to be had between Undertaker and Mankind. To me, how brutal got, bro. They belted each other and really sold the cell itself.
Yeah, there were some insane spots during that match.
The blood, the color.
The blood, the amount of blood that, Drew, I don't even think was meant to bleed at all in the match. I don't think he was, booked to bleed. But that
wasn't gimmicked.
That toolbox shot cut him open so deep, so much blood. That's, the most blood I think I've seen.
That reminded me of Cena against JBL in Judgment Day, bro. That was off.
It was deep. You could tell how thick it was dripping down his face. And then he would push the ref away when the ref tried to give him a towel to clean it. No, don't.
It made Drew look like a badass.
Drew looked incredible after that. But my favorite spot of the match was probably, they had the table spot, but my favorite spot is the Claymore where he lands on the back, on his spine, on the edge of the stairs. That made me hurt my own back. I was like, yikes. I loved it. I thought that and then the beads.
Oh, you took me to it.
It was everything made sense. Is this going to be thumbtacks? And then it was beads, and it was the storyline.
It all connected. Bracelet.
Yeah,
it was great.
It's definitely my feud of the year, but my match of the year is WrestleMania 40, Roman Cody. I already loved wrestling, right? But that made me so addicted to wrestling because of that one match. That match made me not just fall in love with wrestling, but it got me. It hit me right in the feels. I loved it. Could it have been Stone Cold? Yes, I think it would have made it better, but Undertaker was literally the perfect replacement that Stone Cold, since Stone Cold couldn't do it.
Well, I would say Triple H, but Undertaker was more than suitable.
Yeah, with it being WrestleMania, hearing that dong when you thought you'd hear glass break, but the dong is just the echo of the dong.
He doesn't have a good dong.
Yeah, dongs. But that match had literally everything. The match itself was great.
Yeah.
Even without all the crazy stuff. But just the flow of the ending, how it was Jimmy comes out, Jay comes out. They just had one of the worst matches of the year, and it was it wasn't just one of the worst matches. It was the most underwhelming match probably of all time.
It was
underwhelming, probably most underwhelming match of all time.
Yeah.
Everyone anticipated it to be so damn good, and it was not.
Yeah.
But they'd just come off of that. And just what they did on the ramp was better than what they did in the ring.
The little spear off the ramp.
Yeah, the spear off the ramp. I genuinely thought we'd seen, I didn't, it caught me so off guard, the fact that Jay just comes in and spears him off. I was not expecting that whatsoever. Probably one of my favourite spots of the year.
I got another spot taken away from that. Remember the Royal Rumble, you said you're just Dusty, and then Cody just switched the intensity. Punk's and just chucked him over. I'm bro.
That spot was crazy.
I really felt the intensity.
It kind of felt like that's where Punk was going to lose when he said that.
He was
I'm not coming back just to lose a Dusty Snub.
That's it.
But I originally, going into that match, I thought Punk was going to win.
I think we all did. Then
a lot of people did think Cody was going to win back to back. I was I feel like it won't be Cody. I feel like he's going to win at the Chamber to get something different. But the fact that he won the Rumble again, and then it led to this road to WrestleMania, definitely made the right choice there, especially since Punk got hurt as well, mid-match. But back to the match, so Jimmy's gone, Jay's gone, Solo comes out, and I'm who's going to come out and stop Solo? Is it Semi? And then John Cena comes out, and I'm okay, the Crown Jewel stuff, this was booked perfection. And then takes care of Rome with the AA, puts Solo through the table, and that was after going for the second Crossroads? Yeah. Going for the third, I think.
Going for the third, and then he grabbed him and spiked.
And then I was like, okay, so now Solo's taken care of. Cena, then The Rock comes out, and I'm like, oh my god.
Stone Cold, my god.
Yeah, so The Rock comes out, Cena, we get thrice in a lifetime face-off, which I think we will get a thrice in a lifetime during his 2024 retirement tour. But just having that moment of them two in the ring, like, wow, this is unbelievable. I can't believe what I'm watching. Cena goes to the thing, The Rock just kind of destroys him, tells him to get out. And then the Shield music hits. Not Seth's music, the Shield music. Everyone and their dog thought Jon Moxley was coming out too for no reason.
No, it was like, surely. Hear me out.
Yeah.
The excitement got to everyone, but deep down, no one believed it was Mox.
Yeah, like,
I'm like,
I thought we'd see both. And the fact that they waited so long because of Seth, his leg was broken. Like, he had a broken leg at that point already, I'm pretty sure.
It was a knee, not a leg.
Oh, knee. And then, because he'd already wrestled twice in the last 2 days before that in WrestleMania matches. So he's destroyed, he's cooked. And then, so he comes out. Then The Rock is looking around for him. Roman comes in the ring and takes care of Seth. And then I'm like, oh, okay. So now it felt like it was going tit for tat. But then now that Seth was meant to be that tit and it got shut down, it felt like, damn. Okay, so The Rock and Roman are winning this kind of like part. And then you hear the dong. And I'm like, no way in hell are we witnessing this. And then like, The Undertaker turns around and he's just dressed up as a normal guy, but like how he normally is, he's not dressed as The Undertaker. And then he hits him with the choke slam, just The Rock screaming at the ramp when he's behind him, that meme that came from that. And then the lights go out, and then it comes back, and like the cinematics of Cody, Roman in the ring together, and then the Mama Rhodes belt, like lined up perfectly for the camera and the chair.
Yeah.
They all did that in the dark of like just having it all prepped, and I was like, this is mental.
It was Thanos and
then they both reach for the chair. Roman picks it up. Cody's trying to get up, and then the cut to Seth. Like, bro, this match is so perfect to me. The cut to Seth, and I'm like, no way, this is not happening. And then he hits Seth, and Seth, that 10-year of revenge is the reason he loses the title. And then Roman's smiling as he gets pinned. Like, it's the best match I've ever watched. It's
to me, like, it's the best Mania match.
Yeah, I think it's the best match I've ever watched, like, by far. Like,
actually, sorry, it's third best. Take a HBK.
Yeah,
but that is up there, man.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
It, like, just everything about it. I like, because you've got Taker and Shawn Michaels, but I never watched it live, and I hadn't watched the feud going up to it. I'd watched this Bloodline feud and like this 4-year feud. Watching most of that feud and seeing how it ended, like, it was perfection to me. I've got it above Drew Punk, but I think that Drew Punk match is easily second.
I got another spot of the year.
Yes.
A lot of the women's Money in the Bank.
Oh, women's Money in the Bank. It was.
You had. Obviously, you guys off with the finishing spot with Tiffy pushing off Chelsea, and the perfect landing to the table. Everyone was safe. They couldn't do it any more perfectly. You had Zoe start cracking the back of her head with a suplex.
Yeah.
What did Io do again? She did something.
Io hit her with that, didn't she? Like, hit her with something.
No, Zoe Stark did hit someone and she landed on the back of her head on the ladder. Io, I think
Io did something with Zoe.
Yes, it's something off the ladder bridge, yes.
Yeah, I don't remember the other Zoe spot then. I remember that Zoe spot, taking that from Io. And then Io been like doing a back thing like she always does. It's funny.
Leading to Io, mate. Io with a bloody moonsault with a bin.
Bro,
like... we talked about the day before. I'm not sure if we made film or not.
No, I think we uploaded it. But we're like, okay, Io could do another bin spot maybe. And like, we're both thinking, like, can she do a moonsault? And we're like, surely not. Like, surely the bin will come flying off. Surely...
Something...
Like, I don't see how that would work. And then she hits it. And I'm like, okay, well, Io's just goated. And doing it at the same time as our favourite Tiffy doing her moonsault.
Yeah,
like, when we look at the women's gimmick matches, so you got the Rumble, you got Money in the Bank, you got Elimination Chamber, you got Survivor Series. Survivor Series was probably the worst because of, like...
Real order, like, Nia going in there. Like, it's very, like...
it was still great though. I thought and it wasn't amazing, but I thought like
average,
the Tiffy fake cash in with Io coming with the fire extinguisher and then leading into Rhea handcuffing Raquel. I was like, damn, that was mental.
I'm not saying it had cool spots, but it could have been scripted better.
Yeah, like Nia obviously can't hit someone in the head with the chair, but like she did that, and then it was like.
It was
so unnatural.
It was a Hulk Hogan chair shots.
Yeah, it didn't look great. But like it was kind of sloppy. I feel like a lot of them were. I think the perfect, like Money in the Bank had many sloppy moments. Elimination Chamber was great. I don't think it had many sloppy moments, but it also had like a little less spots. So I feel like Chamber didn't stand out like Money in the Bank did.
I think they outperformed the men though personally.
Yeah, Chamber.
Because you had Tiffy getting shown off.
The crowd cheering a heel Tiffy. Of 75,000 people cheering for Tiffy, this new rookie, like...
We need a main roster.
Yeah, like...
she was cooking in NXT.
Yeah. She's the first NXT 2.0 person to become a world champ, by the way. I saw that stat today.
So first win from at 2.0 and...
Yeah. So...
Hey, hang on. Was he a champ then?
I don't know, I saw
I thought it was Gunther, but no, he wasn't the United Kingdom champion.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Wait, no, he was UK champ, but
not in NXT 2.0. No.
Yeah. But yeah, like the whole, like all the women's matches. The Rumble's probably my favorite. It had Naomi debuting. It had Jordan Grace coming in. It had that insane final like 7 or 8 was mental.
Stacked. Yeah, like was Liv, Tiffy,
Bailey, Jade Cargill, Bianca, Becky, Nia. Like all 7 or 8 of them. There might have been someone else. I think Naomi, maybe. I don't know. Naomi lasted. She was like an hour, and then everyone thought she was going to be the Iron Woman, and then Bailey broke her record that she just broke.
Yeah.
But like the final 3 was incredible. Bianca hanging off the thing, and then Tiffy hanging off of her braid, her plait, and then they fall, and then the final 3. Just the whole women's match. It's probably one of the best Rumbles. Full stop. Of all time. It was great.
Don't say all time.
No,
one of the best women's.
Yeah, one of the best. No, one of the best, not the best, but one of the best Rumbles. Full stop. Like
it was very good. I
top
think
5, top 10.
Okay, no longer than 10. I'll give you that.
Definitely top 10.
I'll give you no longer than 10. Yeah, okay, fair.
Roughly 5th, I reckon. But like, and easily best women's Rumble. Like it was just really booked really well. And then the Chamber, the Money in the Bank, the Survivor Series, they make moments in these as like a multi-person gimmick matches. The men don't make as many like they could be better matches. They can sometimes be better matches, but the spots you get from the women's ones are unbelievable.
Yes. Maybe I just didn't see it coming. Maybe as much as women. That's not me being disrespectful. I'm gonna put
even War Games last year. Like the last 5 they've done have been better than the men.
Most of the time, yeah.
Mostly, yeah. What else? We've got. We'll try and go back to the start of the year. Cody winning the Rumble.
Okay.
That mini match with Punk was crazy.
We talked about
what else happened in that match? Jimmy and Jay starting it was pretty cool.
Gunther getting eliminated by Cody again was pretty mad.
The Drew Semi stuff.
Braun surprise entrance for Brock.
Yeah, and then Pat McAfee coming in. I don't know, I found that funny.
Yeah. Gunther and Braun.
Dom eliminating Braun.
That was good.
That was cool. Like the fact that was meant to be Dom and Brock having a match at Elimination Chamber. I think that's what they were meant to have before Brock obviously had his stuff. But like, and then what else happened during the Rumble pay-per-view? We had the Kevin Owens Logan Paul match was a cool ending.
Great. That was the smartest finish of the year.
With the brass knuckles.
Kevin
Owens holding him. And then he got DQ'd.
They had the 4-way that nothing really happened.
Yeah, it was meh. There was some decent spots in there, but
and
nothing
Rollins
too crazy.
took the Rumble off. Yeah, because he got his knee done in the ball.
He was champ.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have a match on the show because he got injured against Jinder.
Yeah, the Jinder match. That
TK was so. But
you got day 1 of The Rock and Jinder. Everyone's like former WWE champion, and people are like thinking who could that be, and then it becomes Jinder. But then
he will not be hindered.
And then Jinder actually becomes like kind of babyface because of the Twitter war with Tony Khan and
he's a clown.
And then injuring Seth, which kind of was the catalyst to this whole crazy Road to WrestleMania.
To me, the catalyst was Punk getting injured. That
Yeah.
was the catalyst because Drew doesn't get this push then.
Yeah, Jinder probably doesn't get the world title match.
Yeah.
Because they probably lead straight to Punk. But like, and then you've got the Rock just taking care of him, saying that he's gonna go for the head of the table. Like,
No, he's like, does he at the table?
do I sit at the table?
The bar?
No, a booth.
The booth?
A bar.
Or the head,
Of the table. I was like,
But looking back, we are so lucky we avoid that Rock Roman match.
yeah, like the way.
And we never got the final boss.
Cody wins the Rumble and then hands his WrestleMania spot to the Rock.
Bro, we was
But, like,
cringing.
Why would you do that? That doesn't make
Like,
any sense.
No, hang on. Is The Rock the biggest draw in the company? Yes,
Yeah.
he is. But you don't sacrifice 2 years of storytelling just to step aside. That was just...
that We Want Cody movement was unbelievable.
Bro,
And then it leads to heel Rock, the slap in the face at the kickoff. Then Cody slaps Rock in the face. You've got the concert that Rock had. The special moment with the rain, beating Cody down in the rain. You've got the truck with Cena and Stone Cold. Yeah, this truck with Cena and Stone Cold in the background. It was like a slight reference to what could have been.
Mama Rhodes?
Mama Rhodes was unbelievable. And then, like, I'm going to wipe your son's blood on the Mama Rhodes belt.
Bro, it was...
Right in front of you.
Bro, it was
just
cold.
that whole... Like, when you look at Drew Punk, right? And then you look at the road to WrestleMania, was Drew Punk a better feud?
I would say yes, because it was drawn out and they kept it fresh a bit more every week.
Like, Drew and Punk was literally all year, just about. And Punk wasn't even on TV for some of it, but Drew was still carrying the feud.
But Punk was still cutting promos a lot in the sling, so...
And, like, just everything about it. I think the strap match I didn't really love.
If it was a traditional...
Especially, like, because with me, if I know who's winning, it, like, kind of takes away from the match.
I'll say this. If it was like a traditional strap match...
Yeah.
Like, where they then touch the corners, just like, alright, like... Actually, personally, I would actually probably go on dog collar. Because Punk's got a history with dog collar matches in ROH and MJF, but... So it's like, it's basically the same thing, but instead of touching corners, you just bash each other with a dog collar.
Yeah, like, I've watched one strap match before, and it was The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan at the Rumble.
But that was one of the best strap matches in your defense,
and
so...
that's why, like, I was expecting it to be like that, not like the full horn one.
Yeah.
But even then, like, the match was still great, and then you had the Seth special guest, that was really good, I loved it. And then, obviously, their Bad Blood, which was unbelievable. Any other year, that's, like, match of the year for me, but Cody Roman was just
very debatable.
Special to me.
Very debatable.
But yeah, like...
How about Gable turning heel on Semi?
Yeah, the Gable stuff leading into WrestleMania with Sami Zayn and Gunther, everyone wanted it to be Gable versus Gunther at Mania. And then Sami does it and we're like, no one wants to see this. And then he has that moment with Kevin Owens before it and his family and then goes on to win it. That's like it's probably the most unexpected win and my favourite unexpected win of the year. Like, I did not think, especially since Sami took 2 seconds to get to that thing after he hit him with the Haluva kick. I was like, Gunther surely kicks out, right?
Do you mean the brainbuster on the...
No, he hit the brainbuster, then the Haluva kick, and then he kind of waited 2 seconds before he got to the pin, and I was like, that's it, he's not winning. And then he still won. But like that whole match is it's probably a top 5 for me. This year.
I can't believe we forgot about this moment.
What?
Drew's failed cash in.
Oh yeah. So like there's so many moments. I feel like we're not going to cover them all at all. But Drew, people weren't happy with this. Like I'm a big Santi Zap viewer. He hated it. I liked it, right? Because firstly, I wasn't watching during that terrible time of cash-ins. I'd only seen good cash-ins, and I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking you can't have every single cash-in be good. I feel like you need a failed cash-in every now and then. It's probably too soon since 2 years ago was...
Or
3 years ago.
Was it? Yeah, I think... Oh, no, Braun Strowman.
No, Theory.
Oh, Theory. Oh, gosh.
Like,
yeah,
I know that...
2022.
I know 2022 and before that were terrible. But I'd been watching since 2023 Royal Rumble onwards. And, like, this wasn't a bad failed cash-in. It's, like, easily the best failed cash-in.
It's not even close.
And, like, because it led to... Like, no one really knew if Punk was going to be there because he'd only been taken out a week or two before and everyone thought he would be out for a while. But the fact that he still cost Drew's thing, like... And the whole feud of, like, Drew constantly getting his moment ruined, like...
Oh, it was great.
Every single time he'd have something good to happen to him, boom, gone. Like, him...
Punk, Steve Steamer.
him at WrestleMania beats Seth, finally gets his world title moment in front of fans, and then teases Punk, and then Punk just swipes him, hits him with the thing, and then Priest comes out, blows a kiss to the camera, like, and then Priest comes out, cashes in, then goes up to the top of the ramp, celebrates the Judgment Day. Like, that whole cash-in, it's probably also top 5 for me, for cash-ins, but we'll see when we do the Mount Rushmore. But, like, the Drew feud one, it wasn't even just like one chair shot from Punk. He absolutely slaughtered him with chair shots.
It was brutal.
Threw him in the ring, and then hits him. Did he hit Seth with the title or Drew again?
I think
he hit someone with the title.
I don't remember, but
I thought it was Drew.
But anyway, Punk beat everyone up, and it was
and then Priest retained. Yeah. That match did have a weird spot where he did not kick out
because they were waiting for the Drew music.
Yeah, and then it was like 10 seconds later, but it was like that kind of took away from that match. But like I thought the foul cash-in was fine, and then obviously Tiffy's.
I think it's okay if you build the story for it.
Yeah,
so.
And they definitely did. Like Santi, for example, his main problem with that was you're adding fire to you're adding a flame to a huge ball of fire. Like it's like you didn't need to do that and burn the briefcase, which I kind of agree. The other option was giving it to Jay.
But when would you do it now? Probably post Mania where you have like Punk or
Jay. Jay could have been world champ when Damian was thing.
Yeah,
but
I reckon next year Jay's gonna win a world title.
Yeah, I can see Jay winning a world
title.
He's
too over.
His IC title win was really cool. Great moment this year. I got it spoiled too. I hate it. You have no idea how much it pisses me off when it gets spoiled. Because we watch in Australia, the things are at 11 a.m. usually at work. So getting spoiled, like we can't watch it at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night like Americans do. Yeah. So it's always middle of the day. Then we can't watch it. By the time we get home, we've been spoiled.
Usually.
It's so hard to stay off my phone because I follow so many things on different social media. So every time I open a social media, if something crazy happened, bam, spoiler top the feed. So it's like very difficult to avoid spoilers. But yeah, like some of the greatest moments this year have been spoiled. The Tiffy cash in last year's, Jay winning the title. I made sure, because I didn't even watch WrestleMania 40 Night 2 live, I made sure I didn't even touch my phone until I watched it, because I knew how good it would be. Not as good as it ended up being.
I think that's...
What are some other crazy moments that stand out to you? My favourite spot of the year is Nia just destroying Lyra at King and Queen of the Ring. That spot where she normally grabs the rope and falls down. She just jumped, like, from the second rope, boom, straight into her belly. Oh, the one
that she didn't grab the rope. Yes.
No, she did not grab the rope and landed straight on Lyra. I think about that spot way too often. It just, like, it comes up in my mind all the time. And that spot stood out to me so much. Like, it was mental.
So for me, I got to probably finish up with 2 more for me. Mm-hmm. The Bronson Reed splash.
Oh, the 6 tsunamis. Oh my god.
Yes, the 6 tsunamis. Just killing Rollins' ribs, man.
Straight after SummerSlam, we'd had Punk and Rollins. We thought we were about to finally get that started. And then Drew comes out, calls Punk. Punk goes up the stairs. Seth would go to follow.
He does a very Cole impersonation.
Turns around into Bronson Reed, and we're like, what the hell, Bronson? And then he hits the tsunami. I was like, okay, we're getting Seth and Bronson. It's kind of cool. And then a second tsunami, third tsunami, fourth tsunami, fifth tsunami, sixth tsunami. I'm like,
bro, you need to kill him.
What are we watching? And then he does it again to R-Truth, and I was like, oh, this is sad.
That's great.
But this is so cool. Like, people love R-Truth, and they were cheering for more.
Yeah.
They were cheering for more tsunamis.
It was a badass.
And then the match against Braun, multiple matches against Braun. Like, the one that led to the car tsunami was crazy. The ring breaking was one of my favorite moments of the year.
Yeah.
Bronson, and then now getting added, like the fact that he had such a good year in the second half of the year to then get put in this Survivor Series match with the Bloodline, the greatest storyline of all time, Seth Rollins, and then Bronson Reed. Like,
it's great.
The fact to be added to that and not even feel like an outsider, because like him joining the new Bloodline for that little part actually made sense.
I really see him.
Yeah.
And then Bronson, I think Jacob Fatu. Sorry, one last bit on Reed, and then we'll talk about Jacob Fatu.
Just Bronson. It was a great second half of the year for him. Probably one of the breakout superstars of the year. Yeah. Jacob Fatu's debut.
Oh, bro! He killed everyone.
He destroys like solos in the corner. You've got Cody Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, the three faces of SmackDown, finally corner Solo. And then
Fatu.
he starts laughing, and Jacob Fatu comes out. And, like, we saw Tama Tonga's debut. It was pretty good. Tonga Loa, no.
Whoops.
He botched his debut. But then Jacob Fatu, bro, he is one of my favorite people to watch in ring. Like, he is so chaotic.
The intensity brings...
Yeah, he's by far the most intense wrestler in the company. Like, Braun Breaker's up there, but Jacob Fatu, like, and every time he had a face-off with Braun Breaker, like, if we get Braun and Jacob Fatu, that's mental. He had a face-off with, who else?
Yeah, I don't remember.
He's had multiple of those little face-offs, and we're like, oh my god, give it to me. I want this, I want that, and pump it in my veins. Jacob Fatu, like, I think I can see it being Jacob Fatu and Solo at WrestleMania, to give Fatu a match, and, like, make it make sense, I guess. Fatu, I want Fatu to have a singles match at WrestleMania, and I want it to be kind of against Solo.
Well, hear me out. I think I said that, like, maybe he's just sick of being the enforcer, kind of like what Solo did.
Yeah.
But I think I would wait for that after Mania.
I can wait.
I'll be leaning towards an Usos versus Solo and Fatu match.
That would be.
A tornado style, though, obviously, so they can get away with more.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll save that for 2025 predictions, I reckon.
And the same week, literally 4 days before this amazing Jacob Fatu debut, was probably the debut of the year for me, Wyatt Sick6. So this is right after this Chad Gable Otis stuff, and I'm waiting for this huge Chad Gable Otis payoff, and then it kind of just happens in a backstage segment that was terrible. I'm very pissed that this never led to anything. They're kind of rebuilding it now, but like it's kind of dead compared to what it used to be. That Otis Chad Gable stuff was some of the best stuff happening on TV, alongside the Rhea Liv stuff, which we'll talk about in a sec. But then Chad Gable, Otis leaving him backstage. Chad Gable's like, why would you leave me, blah, blah, blah. And then him dying at the end of the episode.
Doesn't Otis shoot him?
He had a bullet kind of thing in blood.
Oh, they shot him. They shot him.
Yeah, like everyone was like, Chad Gable's dead. Like they've killed Chad Gable. And like, but that Wyatt Sick6 debut was special.
Bro, you were glued to your TV.
Yeah.
You could not, and like, you're locked in.
Seeing who we thought were Gunther and Carmelo Hayes on the floor,
Triple
and
H was on the floor.
Strowman and Triple H. We don't know if it was actually them because nothing ever got confirmed. But everyone was like making conspiracy theories about what it could be, and just that whole week of like,
it was a
special moment, and like the fact that it was then Jacob Fatu's debut 4 days later. It was like, well, this is insane. But yeah, Rhea Liv, right? That whole feud. So you had Drew and Punk having their feud, Rhea Liv having their feud, Chad Gable Otis having their feud. Raw was so good in the middle of the year. I loved it. Was some of my favorite TV I've watched this year. Having the Rhea Liv when like Dom being in the middle of it and he's choosing Rhea, but then Liv, you had multiple moments of like Dom getting caught, getting a leg massage and like just all of that, like bit by bit, like Liv falling on Dom falling on Liv, and then they're like Liv kissing Dom after Dom helped her beat Becky in the steel cage, and then Dom's like, I don't love you, I don't like you, I hate you, and then Rhea licking him on the face, Liv's turning around crying, and then Dom helping Liv beat Rhea at SummerSlam. There's so many great moments from this year. We've definitely missed so many. But we're going to wrap this episode up. Comment below your favourite moment of the year. What ones we've missed. We could even do a part 2. We've missed that many moments. But comment below what you think. We're going to wrap this up.
See you more.